everyone. Hello and welcome back to Mordheim. It's been a while. I have some pretty big news too. I think a lot of you guys might find very interesting is that Mordheim is now modded. We have modded the game. It's official. I can't remember the guy's name. He came in and unlocked the door, unlocked the key for us to mod the game, and it's now being actively modded by the community. And I'm here today to bring you one version of the mod that we've worked on. It's kind of Paranoia's vision of the mod. I think it also incorporates other features we've been working on for stability, just quality of life, bug fixes, and all this kind of stuff. So it's pretty exciting, I think, to kind of get some more life out of this game. And so I was talking to Paranoia, and we're looking at the cult. I'm always a cult guy. No one's really. I'm kind of beta testing the current mod version right now, and so I was like, why not start fresh with the cult? And so I was gonna look at some of these things that have been modded so far. So if you're not, haven't memorized the game entirely, it's gonna be hard to spot some of these changes. So I figured we'd look at the characters and then looked at the character builder website. So here you can see Blood Sacrifice. It's his normal starting passive. After dealing melee damage, reduces the cost of spells by 1 offensive point for the rest of the turn, and it's stackable. So that's kind of a change, sorry. Blood Sacrifice, this is the character builder. Cost the next spell by 1 offensive point. The next action taken must be a spell or it's lost. So that's a difference. It lasts the whole turn and it's stackable, I guess. So if you clock someone on the head twice, I guess weapons of destruction are free. So very exciting. We'll see how that works. Stackable. Yeah. So I guess we're gonna make like a melee Magister, something I haven't done in a long time, and not an order Magister. Can these guys even wear heavy armor? I don't even remember. Yeah, they can. We'll see what we can do there. Interesting. And spells. The spells have changed. Weapons of Destruction is very different. You still have the armor bypass, but he nerfed damage from, I think it was 20 and 40 to 10 and 20. But it lasts 3 turns now. So that's a big difference, lasting 3 turns. So 20-40, it's damage reduced, but it lasts much longer. So it sucks to lose some of that damage, but I guess it's 3 turns. Which unlocks your ability to cast other spells. Things like Boon of Chaos has been fixed. This didn't stack or go above 40. I believe, or 20, I'm sorry, 20. You would cap out at 20, but I believe it goes above it now, so it's a good buff. See if it's stackable. Okay, last 2 turns only. So 2 turn buffs that are stackable. So you can get up like weapon skill to like 30 or something. That'll be nuts. So that'll be interesting. Veil of Corruption, totally different. So it's 2 and 4, but it just works now. It used to just be capped out at 20. This used to be just, yeah, Wordstone resistance buff, or reduces, I mean, it makes you get, it was basically utterly fucking useless, but now it gives you range resistance by 15%. So it lets your archers shoot things. So it gives you good range resistance penalty, 20% for 3 turns. So it gives your mutant archer a nice roll, or your brethren. So it gives you a chance, it actually gives you a range resistance for, I guess, yourself too. It still has this kind of silly wordstone thing. But also then has leaving the area switches it to melee resistance debuff. It's pretty good. 15 and then 3 turns and 20%. So 20% melee resistance. Paranoia is really, really focused on reducing melee resistance. He must hate melee resistance because he's really nerfed melee resistance builds. Punish the poor bastards. Acid breath I think is the same. Except the duration's much longer. 2 and 3. I think it was just 1 turn. He's done a big thing where he wants things to last longer as well. It was just 1 turn. Now it's 2 and 3. So that does increase its viability. All these spells are very viable now. Chains of Chaos was always like you took Weapons of Destruction and Chains of Chaos with Chaos every time. So it's cool to have new options, and he's actually made this weaker. So it was 2 every time. Now it's 1 offensive point. So it's not as crippling for your opponent. But it now lasts 3 turns. So it used to just last 1 turn, so I guess that's the trade-off. So it's still very good. So it used to be two offensive points, but it was just 1 turn. Now you can really cripple a unit for a lot of turns. Curse of Chaos, I don't remember. I think he just increased the turn duration. I don't know if he made it more damaging. Curse of Chaos never really worked well, from what I remember. Why are we highlighted? Okay, yeah, I think he doubled it. It was 1 and 2, which is pretty useless. So now we're up to 2 and 4, so it starts to become viable. Problem is it randomly selects one, so if it takes like, reduces like weapon skill by 4 for 3 turns, I mean that's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. So, and then Word of Pain I think is exactly the same. It's alright. And then Vision of Torment, I think about the same. These were both fine, I just never really went to them because they're both 4 red pills. But there could be some new viability with this Blood Sacrifice being stackable. So very fun, very fun. Really opens up all the spells. He did little things like reduce ballistic skill to 1/1 if the unit couldn't take it anyway. I think he said he changed something on the Possess, but I haven't been able to find it yet. I don't know what it is. Maybe he changed these? Did he change these? Those were always 17 and 17, weren't they? Maybe he did change those. It's like a new game. Yeah, it was always 17, 15, 12. Yeah, I don't think he's changed at all. He did change Norse Charge. This was 30% for 1 turn, I think. Now it's 10% for 3 turns. 20%. Just 20% for 1 turn. So it was actually really useless. So it's cool to last 3 turns now. So these guys cannot disengage. They can lure. So it's like, what was the point of Norse Charge? It's really just not useful at all. So that's cool to see that. I believe he's made I know he's made this. It used to be 5%. Now it's 10% for 3 turns. Really buffed the crit build possibilities for the mutant. So I actually got a great sword right away. So I'll be doing 18. I'll be 28% just by picking up a stone for 3 turns. So a lot of crit builds possible out of mutants. Especially crit archers. I mean, that's crazy. I don't think he really changed much on the Doomweaver. I didn't look at... Again, we're still working on it. I don't think he changed any of these. But you can see Idol of Pestilence working really cool with the... I'll probably take that. I'll probably take that with this. I don't even know the name of it. Curse of Chaos. Curse of Chaos with that Idol could be really cool. Just absolutely cripple units. Dark Soul, pretty sure is unchanged. And then the Brethren, he changed the passive. Lurker, instead of Overwatch hit chance, he gave crit chance. That's interesting. One of the skills I wanted, which I don't know if we were, hopefully we change it, but it was going to be entrenched. He made it cheaper to train, but I wanted to see entrenched be Overwatch gives 15% crit chance and plus to maybe like plus 10% hit chance, because it's hard to hit things in Overwatch in this game because it fires the second the target shows up, so it's always in cover. So I think it needs plus hit chance, so plus 10% hit chance, plus 10% crit chance, and then maybe like plus 20% hit chance, plus 20% crit chance. I think that's what entrenched should be, and that would stack really nicely with their passive. But anyway, I digress. All of these are very different. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them have been changed. The duration, he's all about increasing duration. Mastery is less potent, but it lasts an extra turn, so I'm not a big fan of mastery anymore. A lot of things, like this is very different for strong blow. It's plus 50% damage, and then the parry. So this is like, I think this is a pretty good strong blow change. Everyone would just take basic strong blow because the mastery was pointless. You still got 50% damage either way. It just gave you more parry bypass. So now it's still good, but it's not as strong because you don't get that 50% flat buff. He changed Daredevil, I believe, too. I thought he did. We were talking about this. That looks pretty damn similar, though. Yeah, it looks like either the change isn't in yet, or we just he decided against it. Not we. I mean, I just give advice. You can see these zero. I can literally train this right now. So that's another change. Is there's some skills you can take that are just free. So you can take intensity for free. And then to master only takes 2. So that's kind of a big change. You can see I can take these for free, right out the gate. So I can train them just with money. Lots of changes, man. Was that 10 and 20 and now 15? It's so hard to like remember what was changed or wasn't yet. Anyway, it's exciting. We're gonna learn all this together. He told me he changed some of these. Oh, they're free now. I'm trying to get Touch of Palsy to work. Wait. He buffed he nobody took this skill and he nerfed it. That's kind of crazy. It was 2 and 4. I see no reason to buff to nerf that. No one ever took Touch of Palsy. Yeah, it's 2 and 4. I can't say that's a good choice. Can't say I agree with that at all. 1 and 2 is totally pointless. And who cares about this athletic stuff? The whole point was to lock things into place after luring them, but they didn't even stack. That's why no one took them. So you would take like Mastery, Touch of Palsy. I mean, he would say I made them cheaper, but I mean that's not. I mean, you want to stack them, so you could have a 2 and a 4, and then use lure, and the unit would just be stuck there, unable to move anywhere. I'd like to see that back to 2 and 4. I mean, that does not need to be free. That's crazy. Anyway, it's a work in progress. Free 15% magic resist. That's a mastery amulet. And this is just cult. I mean, we've done this for everything. Stuff again is still being worked on, and I'm here to trial it. So I guess without further ado, we'll get out there. But yeah, obviously there's the core ones, which will be for every warband, and then there's the unit-specific or warband-specific skills, I think, have been tweaked. And then even the magic is being worked on for everybody. And trying to make all these spells more viable. So Again, work in progress. We'll see what we do and don't like. I mean, and no one's gonna have a perfect consensus. You know, I've played a lot of this game, so I have a pretty good idea what changes I'd like to see. But everyone kind of has that same feeling. And there's definitely changes where it's like, this is how I think it should be, but I can live with your change. You know, that kind of stuff as well. Veteran. So they moved veteran way down. We talked about how veteran should not be 15 toughness. Like, it's such a joke. And now it's free. So good for veteran. Yeah, 2060. That's a big change. It was 2040. I mean, that's huge. That is huge. I think Hardy took the place of veteran. Is 60. That almost makes it viable now. It's just way too specific against Skaven, the 10 and 30 now. Yeah, I'll try to make that more worth it for the big investment. Because no one ever takes Mastery Resilient. Now it's stronger for sure. Was that always 30? I feel like it wasn't. God, there's so many little changes. Yeah, it's 10 and 20. So that's I don't even know if Avoid Mastery needed buffed, but jeez. Okay. Quick, was that always there? It probably was. It's like you have to rethink skills I never took might actually be good now. Yeah, we fixed this because you only if you passed a Fear All Alone or Terror test, you wouldn't take one again for multiple turns. So it was kind of stupid. So the benefit would fall off right away. But again, he can't help himself. He nerfed the melee resistance benefit. I don't know why he doesn't like melee resistance. It's easy to counter melee resistance. You just shoot the unit or just throw fire magic at it or stun it. You know, there's a lot of ways around melee resistance. What was that? Intelligence? No, leadership. Serenity. Yeah, 10-20. Now it's 10-15, but it's 3 turns. I mean, that can help. I mean, that's a good skill. It's a good skill. For like the sisters, like an augur, let's say, who you want to tank Fear and Terror units anyway. Like, this is a mandatory choice for an augur. And the augurs get high leadership because they're the born leaders too. Oh, I remember what he told me. Yeah, he said he changed this guy as a born leader, so they're not as much of a joke. Born leader. 3, 4. 3, 4, 3, 4. I still think it's kind of pointless to make these guys born leaders. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. Increases maximum morale by 3. That's not there. Unless I missed it. No, it's right there. I don't know what he changed then. Oh, he gets 9 intelligence. I don't think he gets that. That might be a change. Yeah, that's a tweak right there. 15, 7, 9. 15, 9, and 9. 17, 17, 15. 17, 7, 15, 3, 2. Okay, so he took the 2 ballistic skill there and put it in intelligence. That's huge for this guy. Now he can get knowledge of Mordheim. He never could get knowledge of Mordheim without using the books. Now he can get it. So that's a big difference for him. I love Possessed. If you guys know, watch me. You know it's my favorite unit in the game. They just hit like trucks. But I'll have to look at. He's not going to hit as much of a truck now that he nerfed weapons of destruction and other stuff. Kind of nerfed Possessed. At least Daredevil's still good, but he's nerfed. I think Frenzy's maybe different too. Maybe not. That was always 1530. You may have buffed the magic resistance, which it kind of didn't need. It was already pretty good. I think that is changed. I think it was like 10 and 20. Oh, 5 and 10. Wow, that's a huge buff. Frenzy was already damn good. It's good for these glass cannons that don't give a shit about stances anyway. Like, he's never going to dodge or block anything. But he could kind of be a dodge tank now that avoid's a bit better. I don't know. You could always kind of make them a dodge tank. There are so many changes, guys. I don't even know what to say. It's such a shame we got these mods out late. It's kind of a dying game, but it's fun to finally tweak some things, and it just really adds extra life to this amazing game. I mean, there's so many skills that just needed help, and now they're getting it. So, God, it just makes it even better. I think we changed taunt, or what was it, threaten? I think we tried to change. Yeah. No, maybe not. We were talking about changing this to something like entirely different. I need to like... Yeah, I have a list of things I wanted to see. Software. Like, these are some of the... we were writing back and forth. Stimulus, so... Oh, did I really make a smiley face? That's cute. Makes me want to look at Death Stance now. What is this? Leadership skills? Yeah, I wanted... this is what... I wanted it to increase the enemy's initiative. Whoa, what did I just do? Increase the enemy's initiative by 15. Which, you guys at first thought, you're like, why? Why would I want to increase my enemy's speed? And the reason you would want to do that is if you've debuffed them. So, say you've put Chains of Chaos, and it's about to fall off, right? So, oh no, Chains of Chaos is going to drop off. Well, if when his turn comes up, and so let's say it's the Magister's turn, and the unit with Chains of Chaos's turn is right here. Increases initiative. He'll still have Chains of Chaos on, so he'll still be crippled. So that, and then the next turn, and then his turn ends and he falls back down, so then you get 2 turns in a row. So he's like crippled, and so he can't do much, and then the next round starts and he falls behind you again. So it's kind of a cool way to manipulate the initiative ladder in a reverse way, which a lot of people do by, you know, we typically jump ahead, but there's no way to make the enemy jump ahead, because you might want to. The big example would be Skaven with poisons. Say you've stacked some poisons on a unit, and they're going to fall off if the, because Skaven are really fast, right? They're going to have their turn, and so the poisons are going to fall off, and you'll have to reapply them. So you have to use energy and red and blue pills, whatever, to reapply. But if you use threaten and get it to jump ahead of you, then those poisons are still effect. He just stands there like, oh shit, I can't do anything, I'm poisoned. And then he falls behind. And then again, you get 2 turns in a row. Whenever you fall down the initiative ladder, it can be very dangerous, because your enemy gets 2 turns in a row on you. So I thought threaten should be that. It might just be difficult to implement, I don't know. It's one thing to put it on paper. It's another thing to make it happen. Anyway. Into the game. I'm rambling on because I'm very excited. Let's go die, because I am. It's like 10 cult units. There's no way one of these guys doesn't die. Right? Average poor, average poor. Everyone's scattered. That's just great. Very poor, average. Well, choices like these.
A ghastly manifestation frightened your warband and scattered them in ruins. They soon recover from their fright, but before the warriors can regroup, an enemy war.
Anyway, I might turn the music on. I'll edit out what I was just talking about. And if you want, since I haven't uploaded anything to YouTube in forever, I'll upload this to YouTube. Try to get people excited. Is there, but if not, it's just twitch.tv/kittenpaw, where I'll be live streaming this stuff, typically with music, which then means my voice and mic is muted. YouTube hates that, so I can't really transfer those over, but I just like listening to music while I stream. It helps me relax. Yeah, so thanks for watching, YouTube viewers, and see you on Twitch. And maybe I'll give updates throughout the Warbands build, talk about what I've done and whatnot, and potentially look at other factions like Sisters Undead. Undead have terrible like active Warband specific actives and passives, so I'd be interested to see what we've changed there. Join the Discord server if you want to give advice as well. I think mine's listed below on Twitch. Otherwise, just, I don't know. Contact me in the messages on YouTube or whatever. Alright, so, yeah, thanks for watching. This is the new modded Mordheim. I'm going to fire up the music and see you guys with future updates or live on Twitch.